Morning students. Today in this video I am going to discuss with you the experiment, that is to study the suitability of Zener diode as voltage regulator. So in this experiment we are going to study the suitability of Zener diode, how it acts as a voltage regulator. So let us start with the circuit diagram for using Zener as voltage regulator. So first of all, I would like to tell you what is Zener diode. Zener diode is just like a simple PN junction diode, but with special characteristics. What is special characteristics? That it always work in reverse condition. In forward condition, it behaves as same as that of simple PN junction diode. But in case of when it is reverse biased, it performs a very good function which is called function of voltage regulation. So this is the circuit diagram, how Zener acts as voltage regulator. So in this diagram you can see this is the input voltage. Input voltage means this is any voltage which is containing ripples. That means this voltage is fluctuating in nature. So what is the function of Zener? Zener will regulate this fluctuating voltage, and at the output it will provide constant or stable DC voltage. So this is the input voltage which we want to regulate. This is series resistance. The function of this series resistance is to control the amount of current flowing through this Zener diode. So this is Zener diode, this is symbol of Zener diode, this is Z, this is P side and this is N side. So here you can see that this Zener diode we have connected it in reverse biased condition. So you can observe that it is connected with this battery in parallel, and moreover P terminal of battery is connected to N of Zener and negative terminal of battery is connected to P of Zener. Fine. So this I have already told you, this is the series resistance, and series resistance there is 1 milliammeter to note the current series resistance flowing through this Zener diode. And in the parallel of Zener diode we have one resistance which is called load resistance. So this load resistance is basically that resistance along which we want constant current. We want constant output current, and this milliampere which is connected in series with this load resistance, this milliampere will read the reading of load current. Fine. So this is the full circuit. This is input voltage which is fluctuating, series resistance. The function is to control the current flowing through the Zener diode. This milliammeter will read the current flowing through Zener diode. In parallel of Zener diode we have this load resistance, and this milliammeter this is going to tell us the value of load current, and this is the VZ is the regulated output voltage. It is regulated DC output voltage which we will obtain because of the regulating action of this Zener. So I would like to tell you the basic theory behind this regulating action of Zener. So what happens here, basically you can see this Zener is connected in reverse direction to that of this Zener is connected in reverse bias condition. So what happens when the current flowing through this Zener, fine, this current which is producing because of this internal voltage, when the current flowing through the Zener will exceed its Zener breakdown current, or we can say when the input voltage will exceed the Zener breakdown voltage. There is one voltage which is called Zener breakdown voltage. So when the input voltage will exceed the Zener breakdown voltage, this Zener will start conduct. This is the graph of Zener, VI characteristics. This is V, this is I. So if we plot the graph between voltage and current, when diode is forward biased, then the curve is same as that of simple PN diode. But when this is in case of when it is reverse bias. So we can see that as the voltage, input voltage increases this breakdown voltage, then this diode conducts abruptly. This diode conducts current starts flowing through this diode. So same this logic we are going to use in our experiment in this whole analysis, that when input voltage exceeds the Zener breakdown voltage, this Zener it starts conducting and the extra voltage or extra current flows through this Zener such that the current or voltage across this load remains constant. So what is the regulating action of Zener? So whatsoever is the value of input voltage, whatsoever be the fluctuations in input voltage, whatsoever be the number 1, whatsoever be the fluctuation in input voltage, number 2, whatsoever be the value of load current, when Zener performs the action of voltage regulation, the output across the load, the output voltage across the load, that will be constant. Fine. So this is the function of Zener as voltage regulator. So again I am going to tell you, I am going to repeat what is the basic mechanism, that when input voltage, this input voltage will exceed the Zener breakdown voltage. In reverse condition, whenever the voltage across Zener will be greater than its breakdown voltage, it will conduct, it will open the path, and as long as current is external voltage is below breakdown voltage, it will not conduct, it will not conduct, the current flows like this. But when the external voltage, input voltage exceeds breakdown voltage, it allows the current to pass through it, it will open this path will be opened, and now the current passes through the Zener. So extra current is flowing through Zener such that the current across the load or the voltage across the load remains constant. So this is the regulating action. Now we will discuss the experimental setup. This is the apparatus. You can see Zener diode as voltage regulator. So first of all I would like to explain you the each component. So you can see this is the circuit diagram which I was showing you on the page. So this is here you can connect your unregulated voltage. UNREG means unregulated DC voltage, V input. Fine. And here you can attach the voltmeter to read the value of this unregulated DC voltage. This is the series resistance. This is Zener which is placed in reverse bias condition, and this is the regulated voltage, and this is series, this is the again milliammeter which will read your load current, and this is the load resistance. This load resistance is also variable. You can see here knob, we can change the value of load resistance from 0, then 10, then 100, then 220, 330, 470 and so on, and moreover this load resistance is in ohms. Fine. So here we'll plot two types of graph. First of all we make the connections. So here you can see we want to attain this panel into our circuit. So just simple connection we are connecting. This is how where we want to take the note the value of input voltage. So I am connecting this display of voltmeter here. P positive, red is connected to red, means positive is connected to positive with the help of red wire. Now negative is connected to negative with the help of black wire. This circuit is clear, this connection is clear. Next we want to take this ammeter into our circuit, this panel of ammeter into our circuit. So this is milliammeter, this is the position where you can connect this panel. So here positive will be connected to positive, red will be connected to red, and black wire, black is connected to black. So this is, we have taken this panel into our circuit. Next is panel to read output voltage, regulated output voltage. So this is DC, regulated DC. So here we want to connect a regulated DC. You can see regulated DC, and this is the panel to read the value. So this is positive is connected to positive, and here negative is connected to negative. So we have completed our circuit. So this is the circuit is completed. Now we want to take reading. So first of all, first observations, first of all we will note down the least count of all the panels. So how we are to take the least counts? So you can see here in this voltmeter, you can see this small 10 divisions equal to 5 volt. These small 10 divisions are equal to 5 volt. So one division equal to 0.5 volt. You can see for V input 10 small divisions equal to 5 volt and one division is 0.5 volt. So its least count is 0.5 volt. So least count is the minimum reading which this device can measure, which this device can read. So the minimum voltage which this voltmeter can read is 0.5 volt. So least count of this device is 0.5 volt. And similarly, you can note the least count of this output for output voltage. So you can check here, 10 small division equal to 2 volt and 1 small division will be 0.2 volt. So we can say for V output least count is 0.2 volt. So in the first set of reading, we'll keep the load constant. Fine. In the first set of reading, so you can see here I have drawn the two tables. In the first set, this is serial number V input and V output. So we'll keep the RL, load resistance, constant. In our case, we are going to keep RL as 470 ohm. Constant value is 470 ohm. We will take the input voltage and we will vary the input voltage and correspondingly we will note the output voltage. So we can see here. Now please check this input and output. I am increasing this input voltage. So you can see that output voltage is also increasing. Again I am increasing input voltage, output is increasing, it is increasing, and at this value now our output voltage becomes constant. It is 6 volt. So I am increasing input, it is still increasing. I am increasing, now it is constant. I am increasing this input voltage, but this output voltage is remaining constant. It is approximately 7 volt. So you can see this value is 10.5. So I am increasing it, but output voltage is remaining constant. So this is regulating action of Zener diode. So when you will note down the readings in your table, you will note initially with increase of V input, V output increases, but after some time, after some value of input voltage, it becomes constant. So these are your first set of reading. Done. Now in second case, what we are to do, now we will keep V input constant. Now we will keep V input constant. Let's I am taking this value as 4 volt. Now we are taking V input as constant. We will vary load resistance and correspondingly we will note down the output voltage. So you can see here I am keeping this input voltage constant. Let us suppose I am keeping it as 4 volt, and now I am changing the output, this load. So here minimum, first of all I have kept load as 100, and you can 100 ohm, you can note the value of V output. V output is, its value is it is 1.6 something, between 1 and 2, it is 1.5, let us, it is 1.5. So now load is changed, it is 220, V output is still increasing. Now load is 330, it is still increasing. Now it is 470, 560, 680, it becomes constant. fine. Again I am repeating, load is 220. Here you can see the output voltage is 2. How you can note this output voltage? This is 2 plus how many divisions? 1 division into least count. This output voltage is, here the reading is 2 plus 1 division into least count. So it is 2 plus 1 into 0.2. This is how you have to take the reading. I am telling you this is 2.2 volt. So here its value is 2.2 volt. Now load is increased to 330 and its value is increased to 2 plus it is 3 into least count. Okay, so it will be 2.6. Now again it is increased to 470. It is again remaining same, 2.6, 2.6, 2.6. So this is the regulating action of Zener diode. So if we want to plot the graphs between input voltage in first case and here output voltage, so keeping RL as constant. So from the table, if you plot the shape of the graph will be like this. Initially with increase of input voltage, output is increasing, but afterwards whatsoever be the value of input voltage, whatsoever be the value of external voltage, our output voltage is remaining constant. So we get constant DC voltage whatsoever be the fluctuations in the input voltage, input supply. In second case, with the second set of readings, with the second table, we can plot the graph between RL and output voltage keeping VI constant. So you will observe that initially with increase of V0, with increase of RL, V0 increases, but afterwards it gets constant. So whatever be the value of load current, again you are getting the constant output voltage. So this is the voltage regulating action of Zener diode. So in this experiment I explained you how Zener act as voltage regulator. Because of this characteristic of Zener as acting as voltage regulator, it is used in number of applications. Thank you.